How we doing, YouTube and my fellow traders? This is Bet On It Guy, and this is the day 9 recap of me going over the trades I took today in my 100K funded accounts. It is February 27, 2025, Thursday, and I'm locking it in early today. I'm calling it quits early today. I'm going to show you my screen in a second, but today is the day where my emotions were kind of all over the place, and when that happens, you want to lock it down as soon as possible. Run for the hills. Let me go ahead and switch over my screen here and kind of show you the trades I took today, and you'll see what I am talking about. I'm at the bottom here. As you can see, there's my P&L. I'm walking away green, guys. 1525 in my two funded accounts. But man, I tell you, yeah, I don't even know where to begin. This was a hard fought day for me. It is a large number for my standards, um, but just today was a day full of emotions. I had the ups, I had the downs, I had the FOMO, and I a little bit of revenge trade and over traded today, which I do not like to do. Haven't had that feeling in a while. Good thing I noticed it, and I'm locking it down. It's not even 9:30 in the morning on the West Coast, and I'm getting the heck out of the market today with my green because if I trade anymore, I'm going to give it back again. So, all right, let me go over the trades I took. I think I took about 4 or 5 trades. Again, I trade the ES futures markets, and they're open 23 hours a day. So I like to take some trades in the afternoon, the day prior, just to kind of see how my mental is, maybe get a feel how the market's going here. I'm going to pan over in this area. All right, so as you can see, we had a downtrend again. It's been a downtrend overall for the last week and a half, almost 2 weeks. In the afternoon, I didn't really start watching it until a little bit after 4 o'clock. We actually had a pop up into the VWAP area. I'm assuming it was just because of the retracement we had the end of the day yesterday. We trended down, so a little bit of a pop up. It rejected VWAP at the time, came back down. So this area, this white line area, I've drawn because in the past it's actually been it's a weird like a support area. It's weird. A lot of volume accumulated there and has been just supporting that area for a while. And so I have that drawn here, but I also have an area of resistance up at the top, this area here as well. So we actually looks like we settled into a channel. Yeah, I wasn't really looking for any trade either way, just as far as bias goes. Just kind of seeing how the market reacted. What I did was is I actually had a decent trade here, really good trade. Rejected that resistance area that I have out here. See that wick candle I always talk about. Rejected VWAP. That's actually when I got short. Good profit, right? Good profit. My first trade was plus 1300, plus 1300. So really good trade. As far as mentally, it was feeling good, right? Feeling real good. I got out for a good profit. Again, I was kind of looking to see, maybe I can lock this down now so I don't have to trade on Thursday morning because we are close to that payout period. I just want to kind of keep it conservative. So yeah, I was feeling good. This area here was a kind of a weird area. So this is the area where the VWAP and all the EMAs were kind of like hanging out together. And when you have that, you don't, for me, I don't really like to take trades per se because you don't really know which way the market's going to go. All right. So because this earlier short worked out, I was thinking we might test the EMA here and kind of go back down. So I actually got short my 4 contracts as usual. And it immediately popped up. It popped up. How many points was that? 4 or 5 points. And I'm thinking, okay, I have all this profit. I've been doing really well. I can let it ride here. I actually added my position, added another 4 contracts here at the top, just to kind of dollar cost average myself. So that's actually like a strategy some traders like to do when they build into a trade, either long or short. Slowly add to your position. It actually kind of brings up or brings down your average cost of the trade. So as you can see, my first trade actually was at the 59.6850 level. I added more here, and my dollar cost average actually rose up around this like the 71-ish area. So yeah, that's what I went ahead and did. Again, back and forth choppy action, just back and forth. I don't really like that. it actually got dipped down, which I was like, okay, mentally wise, I'm feeling good. Let me go ahead and see if it'll ride down to my take profit area, which would have been in this area here within the mid 60s. Never did that. All right, never did that. Pop back up. When it did that, okay, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get out. Right, I don't feel good about it. I'm gonna get out. Took my loss there, brought me down a little bit, which isn't too bad. But again, watching it, it held that support EMA area again. So I was like, all right, this is actually a long buy signal. Waited for a candle to close just for confirmation, and waited for VWAP to kind of see what it will do, if it will push up, and it did. So I actually got long and then rode it up for another 1200. So won a little bit, lost a little bit, and then won again in my third trade. Excuse me, my second trade there. So I was actually plus 1700 going into the evening time, and I just shut it down. Stopped looking at it. Went to bed. Right, went to bed feeling really good. And as you know, if I had that profit, especially that amount for me, the next day I stay pretty conservative. I don't like to give back profits just because we're so close to the payout mark that I don't want to take any risky moves that I don't have to. Right? I don't have to. I built up all this profit. We have 8 green days in a row. No way to spoil this streak. I have 1,700 profit in the bag. So that's my mindset going into this morning. Now, this is where things change. All right, this is where things change. I woke up late this morning. I didn't sleep too good last night. I woke up late this morning, after about a half hour or so, 45 minutes after market closed. I saw this move here. Another good opportunity, gap down. Good opportunity to make some money, to capture some piece of the pie here. That was a like a 50, 60 point move from the highs, right? We're looking at almost 6,000 down to the lows of 35. 60, 70 point move that I missed. I missed that. And so I'm thinking mentally, I'm like, damn, okay, I have green, but I missed that move. It could have been more green. That's when the FOMO started kicking in, seeing that. So I'm like, okay, maybe I can take one more trade. I maybe the 1700, is kind of a weird number for me. My ADD 2000 or above seems a lot better. So what did I do? I got into a trade here. Got into a trade. I actually waited for it to retrace all the way back up to the VWAP area and the EMAs. This is kind of the where the orders were kind of stacking up as far as selling goes. As you can see, my entry was not good at all. This is technically not an area where you want to get short, and it actually rose up. So at one point, I was down. What is that? Over $1,000. I was down over $1,000 in my trade, and mentally that'll mess you up, especially if you're already feeling FOMO. All right. So not a good entry, as you can see. I was predicting, anticipating that it would hold VWAP and go lower. It didn't. It shot up. We had this wick candle here, which kind of gave me a little bit more confidence that, okay, even though I did get in early, it might go down again. So that's what I kind of waited for. It went down back to my entry. Okay, I was like, okay, feeling good, up and then pop back up. So it actually was holding VWAP. I actually made the decision to get out of that trade for a loss. I didn't want it to go any further against me than it needed to. I'm already profit. Lost about 600 bucks on that. So right now I'm only up around 1,050, 1,100, somewhere in between there. I still have the green, but mentally, if you think about it, I'm like, okay, I'm already feeling FOMO. Now I'm already kind of a little upset about my entry, and then I lost in the trade, which is not good. That's strike number 2 against me. Strike number 3 is getting into a trade not even 5-10 minutes later, right? Not even waiting for any confirmation, any signal at all. That was strike number 3. And what did I do? Okay, I tried to flip my mindset without any confirmation, without any closure of a candle. And I've tried to flip long because it did hold that EMA and the VWAP there. So what did I do? I got long. Next candle kind of didn't really do anything. It actually dipped down again. So again, when it dipped down, I'm down $800. All right, there goes my profit. Down 800. Rose back up. Mentally, I'm thinking, okay, we got this. Next candle after that, what did it do? It just dropped. It dropped. I held on to it like a dummy. Held on to it. I'm only up $1,000 at this point, mind you, and I just held. There's that area that I talked about earlier about the support area. It broke that. Was watching it fall. I'm like, crap. What Sometimes when you're a trader and things just kind of go against you so fast, you get that deer in headlights mentally, where you don't really know what's going on, what you're doing at the time. You get kind of like this paralysis. That happened to me. All in one trade, just all bad, right? All bad. And I had to get out because once it broke that support area, I mean, it could keep going. We don't know what the action's going to do, right? So I got out. That was a over $1,600, $1,600 loss that I took. And mind you, I'm only up 1,000 at this point. Now I'm in the red. I'm in the red. I'm like, oh my God, here goes my green streak. Day 9 coming to an end. You know, I'm halfway there to kind of revenge trading at this point, So I took one more trade thinking, okay, balls to the wall. You just it's got to go down at some point. That was my mindset. Not a good mindset, right? And again, I took that trade. Look at my entry. Not a good entry, right? It's in an uptrend. This is a strong bullish candle. And what did I do? I got short, thinking again it'll bounce off VWAP, which it didn't. And at one point, I'm down again. I'm down over $1,000 again. So that now, close to almost $2,000 that I'm down P&L wise, and I'm thinking, oh my God, But I just let it go. Honestly, I let it go. I have all this profit. Mentally, that's what I'm thinking at the time. I have all this profit. I let it go. Not a good mindset to have. Not a good mindset to have. But there was a pivot point here, as you can see, tapped it 3 times. It actually hit that pivot point and started to kind of reject. Okay, it rejected. If I were to go short and I would have waited for confirmation, this would have been the area to go short at, right at that previous resistance area that again kind of tested it and responded to it, and then we had that solid drop candle. Okay, now I'm feeling a little better, right? I have that confirmation here. I have this strong bearish candle here, and it's under the EMAs and it's under the VWAP. All those aspects you want to look for, either if you're doing a long or a short, at least for my strategies. So I just held. I held, and it actually finally was going my way. And yeah, I caught the move. It went down to my initial target, which I wanted to earlier in the morning. It actually went down to my initial target, and that's when I got my profit. So that win, I caught 20 points on that final trade. Hallelujah. Over $2,000 on that trade. Hallelujah. Bringing my grand total to what you see down at the bottom here. Okay, so all in all, just a lot of emotions, the good, the bad, and the very ugly, and then the good again. All those emotions, and I'm very appreciative that my overall consensus that I thought it was going to do and was thinking it might do ended up working later on after almost 3 hours and after open. We had a couple speakers today as well that kind of contributed, I believe, to this little downtrend area there. So what you want to do, and word of wisdom here, especially for myself, I always like to just do affirmations, coach myself up, critique myself. When you have green, case in point, good example, when you have green, especially the amount that I did, don't give it back, right? You don't have to overtrade. You take that green and you run, and that's what I have been doing during this. That's helping me get this many green days in a row. It's just you have that profit. You don't need to trade. The market's here every single day. You don't need to trade. This is my 9th green day, 8th green day going in. I don't need to trade, right? That was a mistake by me. Number 2, FOMO. I know it sucks when you miss a move. You wake up late. You were slow to react. It sucks, right? Don't get that FOMO feeling, that fear of missing out, because moves are going to happen all day long. You have to be patient and say, you know what? I missed that move. I'll wait for the next one. That's something I am constantly working on myself mentally wise. And just don't overtrade, right? Don't overtrade. When you start overtrading, you overthink, you don't see the market clearly, you get bad entries, it's all bad. And that's another reason why just traders in general either get back profits or they just fail because they are overtrading and feeling that emotion of, I got to make it back or I want to make more, right? All those emotions will cause a trader to lose money on a consistent basis. And that's something I also work on, not overtrading. 1 or 2 good trades, I'm good. I'm taking my money and I'm running, right? And yeah, just overall, just recognize how you're feeling, right? I've been training a little while now that I kind of can feel myself, either getting worked up, getting frustrated, getting pissed off. When that happens, you want to shut it down. Shut it down. Close your system out, right? Close your windows. Go do something else. You don't want us to get that frustrating feeling because you start revenge trading and just $200 loss turns into a $500 loss, turns into a $2,000 loss. You just will add to that, and you will not feel good at the end when it's all said and done. So thanks for listening to my rant. I'm Ben on a guy. As always, I'm trying to build this channel up. If you like the videos, if you see the video and you like my recaps, this is what I'm doing going forward, just recapping my trades. I would really appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel, and I'm still looking for that first comment on any of my videos. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions, if you have any comments that you want to make regarding my videos or regarding what I do. So I really appreciate it all. Thanks again for watching, and we will see you back on the next recap video. All right, guys, take care.